Hey guys, what's up? In this video, we are going to be doing bryonia, and we will be, including more of the particulars in this video. The video on generals and the mind symptom is already done. You can click on the I button to check that out. Bryonia, one thing which we've always heard about bryonia is that we call it dryonia, including the word dry. Very rarely have we actually inculcated the dryness of bryonia into the particular symptoms. So firstly, I will be doing all the components of bryonia that have the dry component, starting first with the lips. The lips are dry and parched, and since they are dry and parched, there's going to be burning. If you've experienced chapped lips and then you eat something spicy, there's going to be immense burning in the dry parched lips. The second part is the mouth. The dryness of mouth in bryonia is one of the reasons why it has such an increased thirst for large quantities of water. Another reason for the increased thirst is, of course, because of the gastric complaints. The third dryness component is of tongue. Whenever we do a physical examination of patient, we usually check their tongue to see if it is moist and pink. Similarly, in condition of bryonia, the tongue is dry, it is thick coated, and the coating is yellow to brownish. Again, the thick coating of the tongue is one of the reasons why there is going to be increased thirst. Plus, the coating and the tongue characteristic is not just because of dryness, it is also because of gastric ailments. Another thing is if you've done the structure of tongue, it has taste buds on it and there's a taste pore. Through the taste pore is where we get the taste sensation. If there's going to be a coating, the taste sensation is going to be defective, which is why the person has bitter taste. Okay, this is a very important symptom, bitter taste in mouth of bryonia patient. I have seen multiple prescription just based on the taste factor. These are the three parts. Then we go on to the fourth one, that is throat. There's going to be dry throat. If there's dryness, there's going to be irritation, which causes continuous hawking of throat. There is sticking sensation and the person has to hawk so much to clear his throat out, and constricted feeling. This is about throat. Then we go on directly to the rectal symptoms. The famous part of bryonia is its constipation. Nobody needs to be reminded of that. The stools are very hard, brown as if burnt. Thick and large. Okay, they are brownish in color. The hardness of the stool can be owed to the dryness. That is, if the mucous membrane in the rectum region is not very, it doesn't have enough mucus, then there's going to be dryness and thus hardness. The stool complaints or the constipation is usually worse in the morning, in hot weather or change of weather. As opposed to that, there is also diarrhea symptom, which we will be including later on. Then we move on to the next symptom of dryness, which is of cough. So the cough is dry. Like we said in the throat symptom, there's going to be too much hawking. The expectoration is rust colored or brick colored, and he will have to hawk too much in order to expectorate, and when he hawks so much, they are jelly like and it flies to pieces. Also, bryonia is good drug for pneumonia and effusion, pulmonary pleural effusions. The cough is worse after eating or drinking, which indicates that there is some correlation with the gastric complaints and the cough, and the person must sit up. Similarly, there is dryness in the joints. When we say dryness in joints, we mean something like OA. You must have heard old people saying that पानी कम हो गया है joints में वगैरह वगैरह. So all the symptoms of OA quite fit in here, like stiffness of knee, swollen knee, red hot. So there is also part of inflammation, red hot knee, and there is stitching pain, and it is worse with movement. So now we see dryness everywhere, and then one thing which we may gradually think of is of skin complaints. But as opposed to everything being dry, the skin complaints are not dry. In fact, the hair are very greasy. There's complaint of seborrhea. Since there is seborrhea, that means there's going to be inflammation, so it is going to be painful and hot. This was one part of bryonia, that is the dryonia. The second is the pain, which is stitching pain. Many of the particulars have this stitching pain, starting first with the head. The headache has stitching pain. Along with that, there is bursting and splitting pain. One of my professor used to call bryonia as crocin of homeopathy, and there is a sensation of hammers from within. All the particular symptoms of bryonia have one characteristic modality, that is worse with motion. Same thing applies everywhere. Worse with motion in headache can be worse with motion of even the eyeballs. There is one book which says that even if you switch on the light in the room where the bryonia patient is resting, he will be aggravated, because switching on light, actually the person has to adapt to it. The pupil has to adapt, retina has to adapt, rods and cones has to adapt. So there's too much work going on in just the light. So that will also cause aggravation. Then we have the chest complaint. So we talk about the chest. Chest again has stitching pain, like I said about the pleural effusion. So pleural effusion is one of the component, and there could be pleuritis. Chest brings us to another modality, that is better by pressure. The symptom given in Borek is that the person rests his head to the sternum for extra pressure. Now I have no clue how he does that, because I certainly cannot touch my head to my sternum. Fine, then the third stitching complaint comes in from the abdomen. Very important. I will divide it into two. One is abdomen and another is liver. As we know that bryonia is right-sided remedy, so liver affections are going to be common. There's going to be stitching pain, which is worse with motion and better with pressure. In abdomen, we know about the gastric ailments. There is stitching pain in abdomen. There is pressure as of from a stone. There's nausea, there's vomiting, especially when he wakes up in the morning. The bilious state is quite high, and the water is emitted out as soon as the person drinks it. Coming back to the liver part, since it is right-sided remedy, it has great affection for liver. Keeping the modalities in mind, that it is worse with motion, The simplest motion, like taking a deep breath or coughing, is going to aggravate the liver complaint. And better by pressure, the person feels better when he is lying on the pressure side. But there are few books which say that all the complaints are better by lying on the affected side except liver. So that is one characteristic symptom. Then we go to another symptom, that is of back. There is again stitching pain in small of back, and there is great stiffness. Similar stitching pain is found in ovaries and mammae. Put in here. Or the breast. Ovaries, again right-sided affection, since the whole remedy is right-sided, and similar to the liver, the person feels worse when taking a deep inspiration. Although ovaries and diaphragm in the lungs are cities apart, but there is some relation of deep breathing and pain in the ovarian region. The mammae have more of an inflammatory change which causes the stitching pain. They are hot, red and inflamed, and there is milk fever. Postpuparium, there is milk fever, and there is sort of mastitis, which is again going to be worse with motion and better by pressure. Clinical application of this, which I've usually seen, is that people feel better by wearing tight clothings. Okay. Since we are at mammae and ovaries, let's talk about the female complaints. So the female complaints are every girl's nightmare. The menses are too profuse, long lasting, with severe stitching pain, plus there is intermenstrual pain. Along with that, there is good amount of hormonal irregularities in bryonia. There is vicarious menstruation, which is usually seen in condition like endometriosis, and here the vicarious menstruation is from nose. That means there is going to be epistaxis with every episode of menstruation, or it could be bleeding from nose when there is the time for the period, and the person may not get period and she may just bleed from her nose. This ends the bryonia picture. The two words, actually we did it with two words mainly. The one is dryonia and the other is stitching pain. So that is the most important part of the bryonia picture in itself. I hope you've understand. Please like the video if you've enjoyed this drug, and don't forget to watch the first part of the generals and the mentals of the bryonia picture. Thank you.